Good morning. Today is day 59. Last night I stayed at like the Thunder Hill shelter. I just set up my tent around it. It wasn't full, but I just prefer my tent. And I slept really well. There was great tent sites there all around. And I'm hiking out this morning. I think about the shelter like 7:30. The thing is, I don't really know what I'm doing today. There's so many options and I can't make decisions. So I have enough food to get me to Buena Vista. But I can go into Glasgow today, and that would make it like a 15-mile day. And there's a shelter in the town right by the Dollar General and the pizza place. And they have like a shower and stuff for free, and that's all for hikers. And I know some people that are going there, and so I could do that. The problem is I would need a shuttle or somehow get a ride into town. And like there's not phone service down the road, so you'd have to like call ahead. So I could do that, or go to Buena Vista like tomorrow, I think would be when I get there. Or I could just get a ride into Glasgow, resupply, and get enough that'll get me all the way to Waynesboro, and then hike out like today too, and keep going. I'm not really sure what I want to do, so I'm gonna just kind of see what the terrain's like, how I feel, and then I'll figure it out as I get closer. I've changed my plans. I'm going to Glasgow, and I'm staying at Stanimals, which is just like a hostel there, because I was just gonna go to the little like shelter they have in town, but the cost of a shuttle to get into town was like $15 to $20, and then out would be like $15 to $20. Well, if I stay at Stanimals, it includes the shuttle in and out, and it's like pretty much right in town, and it's only like $35. And I get like a real bed and Wi-Fi, and the shower will definitely have soap and stuff, not like the one at the shelter. And I feel safer there than I would. I don't know. Something about a shelter in town with amenities like that kind of makes me think there's gonna be like homeless people living there, which makes me a little nervous. So this makes me feel better staying at the hostel. This little grass area to filter some water and maybe have lunch. Such a nice little area. There's a snake on the trail right there. I went wide around in the grass here. It's scary. I'm almost to town, and the trail's going right next to the James River here, and we're about to go over the James River footbridge, which is apparently the longest footbridge on the AT, and people jump off of it, which you're not supposed to. But I want to see someone jump, but I don't think we will. I'm arriving at the James River Bridge. Looks fancy. What? That is a long way down. I can't imagine jumping. That's really high. Down from the bridge. It's up there through the trees. Now we're going underneath the railroad bridge and back up, and then I think it's just real close to the parking lot. We're here a little early, but that's okay. Sit down and relax until our shuttle gets us.
Where did he go? And I touched him off, turned around and
Dirty Dancing?
It's not Dirty Dance. A late lunch, early dinner thing at this pizza place, and now I'm going to resupply at Dollar General.
shelter, blah blah. She just got out of prison.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Wonderful. Yeah.
This is crazy.
But there's 3 guys here, so we'll do that.
no, you'll
Good morning. Today is day 60, which means I've been out here for 2 months, I guess. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, this morning I stayed at Stanimals last night, so this morning they had pancakes for us, and then we got shuttled out here kind of getting a late start. It started a little before 9. It's not super late, but late-ish. I'm trying to make it to a shelter that's like 20 miles, but there's a huge climb for the first like 10 miles of that. So, gonna see how that goes, but I think I can make it. But I can also stop at like 10 miles or keep going to the 20 or camp anywhere in between. And it's supposed to be great weather today. Kind of hot, but not too bad. It was a good day. Also, the hostel we stayed at was really close to this pizza place, so I walked in there and got pasta last night. It came with salad and bread. And I also had a milkshake there, and I was able to walk to Dollar General and do a resupply that'll get me to Waynesboro. So that was good. The hostel was pretty nice. I was able to shower and do some laundry. Even though I just did that in the other town, it was included. And the hostel itself cost like the same as shuttling in and out of town would have. And I didn't really feel comfortable hitchhiking, so this I think was the move. And I knew some people there, so it's nice to like talk, and there was Wi-Fi and stuff. Climbing out of Glasgow, up and out like from where the James River is. It's steep and a very long climb, and it's kind of hot. It's okay, I'm just kind of going slow because the second half of the day is supposed to be a lot easier. So, just taking my time here, and then I'm gonna make up some time later. Like, look at this, it's all like the rocky and up. Not all of it was like this, some of it was better. But, yeah.
Oh god, I really hope they're not rescuing somebody.
I know, it looks like those.
They're real low. They're like on the trees.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. I hope everybody's okay.
Gorgeous. Been out here for like a little over 2 hours, and I've gone like 4.5 miles. It's just all straight up hills, so I'm just taking a little break. I found one little shady spot and I'm sitting on a rock. Just need a little rest. I'm like 8 miles in for the day, I think. But it's just been some more climbing. But I'm listening to a podcast, which I haven't done out here yet. I've done audiobooks, and I always get tired of the audiobooks, or it's just kind of boring, or like I'll do music, but I get tired of that too. But the podcast I downloaded some at the hostel this morning, and I'm really liking it. It's kind of like a conversation going on. I'm just listening. It feels like hiking with other people, but like, I don't know, it's just good. I'm listening to the According To podcast, which, just make sure I didn't leave anything in my break. But they are the girls from, well, 2 of the girls from the Cheernastics 2 YouTube channel, who I used to watch like so long ago, and I still watch some of their videos. They don't really post on that YouTube channel anymore, but they post on their own channel. So I watched some of those videos, and I used to listen to their podcast, and I hadn't since like 2020. And so I downloaded some of them, and I'm liking it. I wish I would have downloaded more. Made it to the top of Bluff Mountain. Now I just have to head down to the Punch Bowl shelter where I can get some more water and take a little break, or somewhere near there. Look at the views up here. It's pretty nice. Looks to be like there's a bigger town over there somewhere. Maybe that's Lexington or Buena Vista. I don't know. Glasgow is not that big. There's also some pretty good camping, like kind of off the trail that way where we came from. And there's all these giant concrete boxes up here. But it's pretty hot, so I'm gonna head down. So the Punch Bowl shelter is like 0.2 off trail, but the next water would be like right after that at a road crossing. But it's like sketchy if there's water there or if there's no water there. So I might just go to the Punch Bowl shelter, and that way I have a nice place to sit down, take a break, and get water. But I don't really want to hike an extra 0.4, but maybe it's not as far as they say. Up here eating lunch at the Punch Bowl shelter, and there was like 4 or 5 of the people eating lunch here, but they're all gone now because like I got here after them. But I'm packing up, getting ready to go. There's like so many flies here, and I was like, why are there so many flies? And I realized there's all these dead mice, because there's like there's a mouse trap with the dead mouse on it, and then some other dead mice just laying around. People put like mouse traps in the shelter They catch the mice that are in the shelter, but then it's like they put bait on the traps, so then the mice come to the shelter. Like, we're the reason, I don't know, I feel like that's the reason there's mice in the shelter in the first place, is because they got food in the shelter. So you're like luring them in the shelter with food. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me, but tons of people carry mouse traps, and then it's always like a big argument when someone has a mouse trap and everyone else doesn't like it. There's like tension in the shelter. But yeah, it's just kind of gross because there's traps and yeah, dead mice everywhere. I'm from the shelter and across the road, and I was like getting all my trash because there's a trash can at the little pull-off, and there's a guy giving trail magic, so I got a banana and a nice cold can of Pepsi. Sat there and talked to him, and now I'm gonna keep on hiking towards the shelter I'm staying at tonight, which is like 9 or 10 miles away. So it's already ready. It's already after 3, but I'll get there eventually. It's supposed to be pretty easy hiking, so I hope that's true and I get there before dark. I made it to 800 miles. This one's really cool. It's made out of pine cones. I love the 800 mile marker. Celebrate 800 miles. I'm eating my favorite flavor, Cliff Bar, which is the peanut butter banana. It's pretty good. Almost to camp, and the trail here the last part of the day has been so much nicer. I'm just tired and my feet hurt. And there's supposed to be a swimming hole in this creek, but it seemed like you were gonna have to bushwhack to get to it, so I'm not gonna go to it. But maybe I can find somewhere to like soak my feet and wash off my legs later, because I don't think the shelter's too far from it.